Hello and welcome back to Geeky Sunday. Today what we thought we'd do for you is our top 10 tips for Comic-Con. Now this is particularly for those who've never been to one. We were completely new to it. How long ago?
A year and a half ago.
A year and a half ago. So we are still quite new to it. So if you've got any tips for us, then please do share. But this is our top 10 for you. Right. Number 1. I can't remember what it was. Book and plan in advance.
Yeah, like as soon as they announce the dates, book.
If you're not a London-based person, then look at hotels instantly. We booked our hotel for May Comic-Con back in October. They get booked up so quickly.
Yeah.
So do book in advance. It's worth getting there so you have the whole weekend if you can afford it.
We go down to London on the Friday and we leave on the Monday.
Yeah.
And we only get tickets for Saturday and Sunday, so that gives us an evening before and after to kind of mentally and physically prepare ourselves.
To get yourself completely ready. Ticket sales do tend to, they go quite quickly, but also they increase in price. So get them when they announce them, because they only increase by about £15, but it's £15. So do get them when they go on sale. Start planning ahead for your stay. Get your snacks ready and start just planning. You also, if you're cosplaying, you need to start planning really early. Okay, tip numero 2. Social media. If you are on Facebook, if you are on Instagram, if you are on YouTube, which if you're watching this you are, then check on social media to see what's happening. There are loads of groups. Sometimes the groups are private groups that you have to ask to join, but that's only to get rid of the spam people. So do join some groups and see what's going on. We discovered quite late on our first one that there were meets. So there was a Disney meet, which was amazing because everyone was dressed as a Disney character, and like it was just so good.
Yeah, you'd have like 15 Ariels all in different forms, like villains and stuff like that.
Yeah, and you get all your shoots done there. So you'll have a princess photo shoot, you'd have a villains photo shoot, and you get to have photos with people as well. So they're really fun. So check your social media, have a look at what's going on, hear about who the guests are.
Yeah, it's not just Disney meets, they do like DC and Marvel meets. Like
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, any sort of theme that you're dressing to, there'll be a meet to do with anime.
Yeah.
I don't know if they do specific anime, but there'll be an anime meet or something.
Yeah. So it's worth definitely having a look on there. You also get to meet some people and see what people are going as. And what's really nice is when you start going regularly, you will recognise people. So every time we go to the Disney meet, the same group of people tend to be there, and that's really nice to kind of keep a group of us who are regular Disney people. So definitely check out all the possible things you can. Tip number...
Oh, yeah, I didn't think this.
No, it's fine. Okay, the next one is one of the thing I get most excited about, and I think you as well? Cosplaying. Now, if you are into cosplaying, then this is the thing for you. If you're not, it still could be your thing. You do not need to dress up. When we last went, our friend didn't dress up on the second day, and it was absolutely fine. Now, it's the kind of place where anything slightly geeky or nerdy is appreciated, so if you've got a geeky t-shirt, go for it, wear it today, it will be appreciated. But you do not need to dress up. However, if you are going to, then obviously get yourself ready. Anything works. Like, you can spend as much or as little as you want, and people are so lovely, aren't they?
Yeah, it's one of the thing I like most about Comic-Con is majority of the people are very supportive of like whatever you do. Like if you've made your costume yourself, like it doesn't matter if you're terrible or you're whatever, they will be like very encouraging and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've never felt self-conscious at all at Comic-Con. there's no kind of mean looks from people. You walk around and everyone's in their own kind of element, and it's just happy, friendly vibes, which is really, really nice. So if you're going to cosplay, go for it. If you're not, then go anyway, enjoy it, appreciate the cosplays of other people, but then just enjoy yourself. Okay, tip number 4 kind of leads on from there about how you're dressing. Now, Comic-Con is a long day. Even in the winter ones, it's also a hot day. So be comfortable. You're going to be walking around a lot. Now, I never wear my Fitbit when I go because it ruins the cosplay. But I'd be really curious to know actually how many steps you do, because I'm always exhausted afterwards.
So like, think about your costume. Like, obviously, as we do princesses, some princess costumes require heels, but we will always have flats on us. And ideally, like those ones that kind of fold up, so that they don't take up much space.
Have something. I wore heels as Elsa last year, and I tend to walk on tiptoes, so heels aren't an issue for me. But the pressure of it on my foot, by lunchtime, I couldn't do it anymore, and I just had to get rid of them. And you just need to be comfortable because you're going to be walking around. You don't want to look like you're in pain.
I mean, don't rule it out at all.
No.
But have alternatives. I mean, I would say plasters are always needed. Spare tights if you're wearing tights.
Yeah.
Safety pins, sewing kit.
Yes.
All that stuff.
Yes. Have everything ready. That kind of merges into our next point as well. If you are cosplaying, things do go wrong. I've had malfunctions where, as Tinkerbell, my straps broke, and that was within the first hour, and I was like, oh, I don't know what to do. So we did have safety pins. By the end of the day, we just had to get rid of the straps. They just weren't working. But you're going to have things go wrong. So safety pins are a must. There are places you can go where they do have equipment to help costumes.
Near all the stalls and stuff.
So just be aware that you might have a few malfunctions. It does happen, but just...
Yeah, like makeup and everything like that, hairspray, all of that, you need that.
You're going to get really hot.
It's sweaty business.
Yeah.
Like, it's
a little impulse spray doesn't go wrong because no one likes
this isn't the most glamorous thing, but if you're wearing long sleeve things, you might even want those armpit pad things because you're going to sweat so much and you don't want to ruin your cosplay with sweat marks.
Word. Tip number 6. Be brave. If you are a bit more of a... what's it called when you're an introvert?
She doesn't understand.
No, I'm not an introvert. And you don't feel comfortable talking to people.
Not comfortable talking, just going outside your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Or approaching people, really.
Yeah.
I don't like approaching people or talking to people.
If you... I'm really struggling here. Basically, be brave. If you see someone who's dressed as something you like, go talk to them. That will make their day, and it's exciting then for you. I remember walking along, and because you see all sorts, there's so many different things you wouldn't even think of. The first one we went to, we saw Neo from The Matrix, and I was just like thrown. I haven't watched The Matrix for so many years, and I was like, Neo! And then he stopped and I got a photo with him, and it was just nice because people really appreciate it if you appreciate their cosplay, and you're obviously there because you have some overlap of interest, so make the effort, meet new people and be nice to people. People have made effort to put their costume together, so be friendly, be smiley and enjoy it. There's no pressure to talk to people because you might be with your own group and you might not want to, but it adds to the experience. Rude. It adds to the experience if you do talk to people and you kind of have those photos and you meet people and talk and everything like that. on to our next point, which is numero 7. Cameras are a must if you're... No, I think they're probably a must anyway. Whether it's a phone camera or a camera or a whatever.
Yeah, I mean, we literally take our phones, our DSLRs, and our GoPro for the whole day, and we use all of them.
Yeah.
Like,
we are camera ready, but you need to be camera ready. You need to have your batteries charged. You need to have it out because you never know. You'll turn a corner and suddenly there's Batman Lego. And say that again. You turn the corner and suddenly there's Lego Batman. That makes more sense. And he's like walking along and you're just like... because you have to. It's amazing. People put so much effort in. The whole environment is really photo ready. So you have your camera ready because there's so many things to snap up.
yeah, spare batteries, portable chargers, all of those things. If you don't have them, get them in time for Comic-Con.
Yeah. Do it. One of the main things you can look up for Comic-Con is they release a map of the floor. So in MCM especially, there are 2 massive rooms that have stalls basically of all sorts. Now a lot of these are kind of independent, own business stalls that sell really, really cool merchandise from all sorts of things. You can get your Disney stuff, you can get your Game of Thrones, Harry Potter, whatever you're into, TV series wise, anything, you'll find it there. And it's normally this homemade or home brought together thing, and so it's really nice. So spend time having a look and talking to the people who run those. Give them time because they put a lot of effort into it, and you can find some real treasures. Now some of the things can be quite pricey, so you might want to be ready for having a bit of money or maybe having a limit as to how much you are spending. Talk to the people as well, because sometimes they are there for one day, other times they're there all weekend, so you might eye it up on the Saturday and then go back to it Sunday. This is some of our purchases.
It's a dapper alpaca.
I bought that for you, didn't I?
Yeah. Well, I was obsessed with him, and there was alpacas everywhere, but only one store had dapper ones, and I was like, he's amazing, a dapper alpaca, like, look at him. And then they sold out, but Naomi managed to find their eBay or some
Etsy, I think.
Etsy page.
Or maybe it was eBay, I can't remember.
And, just look at his face.
He's such a cutie. We also went a bit mad. If you follow my Instagram, I have posted a few of these cushion covers. They had loads of different Disney designs, and
we bought
these
like
were
10 of them.
Yeah, these were really priced decently, and you can just find whatever things you didn't think you needed and you probably don't need.
If you saw our last video of, what was our last video? The series. Our series of series.
Yeah.
I was wearing one of my Comic-Con purchases of my Stitch hood.
Oh yeah.
And actually that came into, because it started raining when we were in the outside section, so that was needed.
Yeah, so have money with you. There are ATMs there, but there are also queues, so do have some cash and be ready for there being a lot of very desirable merchandise, but have a think about what you want to spend. I haven't actually put this in, but I guess money wise it's worth saying they do sell food and drink there, but in part of your planning ahead it's worth taking a bottle of water with you. It's worth taking some snacks, because though they do sell food, again the queue's quite long. There are options, but there's not millions of options obviously, and they can be quite pricey, so I don't think they're any more pricey than if you were out in London anyway.
No.
But if you're already eyeing up some cool merch,
like,
you might
the
want
food
to
was
spend it.
nice, but if you're in cosplay, it's not the easiest to eat
No.
in cosplay. Like you're eating pizza or pasta, and you're having to like eat like this.
Yeah,
To make sure
it's
it doesn't
quite
go all
tricky.
over you.
It is quite tricky, but there's options there, so don't worry if you get there and you haven't got any food with you. Last but not least, I
No.
believe, nope,
No.
not last at all.
Penultimate.
Penultimate. When we went in October, obviously it gets dark early, and we didn't really explore too much because it was all a bit overwhelming. We only went for one day. When we went in May, if you've got longer, well, daylight hours for one, and then you're there a longer time, it's really worth venturing outside. Explore the whole place because there's so much going on. Inside you've got the stalls and stuff, so if the weather's really rubbish, you've got loads to do inside. Outside, that's where quite a lot of the meets happen, so you'll go out and find a Disney meet or whatever meet you're going to sometimes.
And that's where you see all the sort of big cosplay people as well doing
Yeah.
photo shoots. So those who you stalk on Instagram and stuff, they will be outside
Yeah,
doing photo shoots.
all the photo shoots happen out there, and actually it's a really nice setting to have them. We were
Yeah.
involved in some last year, and we got some really nice photos. It's worth talking to the photographers and everyone. You can exchange details, and then you get sent some of your photos afterwards. But also just it gives you a bit of fresh air in the middle of the day, and more people you can meet and see. So do explore and go outside. They sell ice cream outside, there's music outside, there's sometimes live performances, so really worth venturing out. Tip number 10. You are going to be so beyond tired by the end of it. You kind of live Comic-Con on some weird adrenaline because it is draining. It is so tiring. So as soon as it's over, you will need some recovery time. Give yourself I don't know what it is that's so tiring. I don't know if I walk differently when I'm dressed up. I don't know if it's like
But you can't
like
you don't
overload
switch
of
off
stuff.
at any point.
Yeah, that's what I think. 'Cause there's always something happening, so you're always kind of like aware and with it. And by the end, you'll have had such a good time, but you will be so tired. So do make sure you look after yourself. We were mad last time and then drove to Disneyland, but
That
were
was the next
tired.
day. We had a hotel room and we went
Yeah.
home and just slept.
Yeah.
And then we got up and drove to Paris. But then, yeah,
I don't know how we did
I
that.
don't know how.
But
I
it
think
is
was still on
exhausting.
the adrenaline thing.
You will need fuel, so if you'll need to eat quite a lot. If you take vitamins, because normally it's that kind of thing. You know, when you've had something really exciting and then you get like a post-holiday cold because your body's just gone, you've had too much fun.
Endotermitis.
Yeah, it's almost that kind of, you've had too much fun, you're going to crash now. So do give yourself time. Make sure you are ready for it. So get yourself all organised before, ready to enjoy it. Make sure you're all charged up with everything, yourself and your cameras. And then basically the overall thing is make the most of it. It is such a good experience and I think you'll love it, but you're going to be tired. You're going to be very tired. So have a nap after the whole thing because you'll need it.
I need a nap right now.
I was going to say. Okay, well, if you are at MCM this May, then
Let us know.
let us know, yeah. Because we are so excited. We are going down, we're teachers, so we can't go on the Friday because we're still at school, but we will be going down on the Saturday, well, we'll be going down on Friday, but we'll be there whole of Saturday, whole of Sunday, and we are already excited. So if you are going, let us
we'll
know.
be Disney cosplaying.
Yes,
those
and
days.
we hope to see some of you there. If you've enjoyed the videos and you want any more information about Comic-Cons, about anything, then let us know in the comments below. We hope you have a lovely rest of your day and